in my mind, it was like Dungeons and Dragons, and I really want to play D&D
Oh,
so badly.
yes.
I want
Yes.
to play D&D so badly. I want to start a campaign with my
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
I need to do that. Like,
If
I
you
think I would
do,
be so good in D&D. I think I would
yeah.
be a great DM because I
Mhm.
love rules.
If you do,
But
if you start one, I will 100% jump
oh my
in.
God, we
I
should
no
start
question.
one. We're that nerdy. We could do that.
Yeah, we
Oh
can
my
figure
God,
it
Riley
out.
plus my other friends who want to start a D&D campaign.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, welcome back to the Invested Introverted Podcast. I'm Logan,
And I'm Riley.
and we haven't seen you since last year, 2025, which is
Hmm.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been a
Yeah.
while.
So, Riley, what have you been up to recently?
Mostly, obviously, I've been working. I've been venting to you about that a lot, so you know
Yeah.
what's going on. I got a bunch of books for Christmas, like normal,
Ooh.
like my
Are you doing book
as is
haul?
tradition. I might do one on TikTok later, but I have
Okay.
not done one so far, but I might want do one later. I got a bunch of stuff also for the show. I got a bunch like I got a new tripod and stuff, but obviously for some reason my phone isn't
Okay.
connecting to my laptop, so I can't use it right now. But whenever I figure it out, I'll, you know, start using that right now. And I also got a new wireless keyboard,
Ooh.
which I really enjoy.
Mm.
But that's basically it. I got the third book in Joe Abercrombie's First Law series, the Last Testament of Kings,
Hmm.
and then I got the next two books in N.K. Jemison's what was it? The Broken Earth trilogy. So I got those books, and those are like the two series that I really want to focus on, as well as V.E. Schwab's series with Vicious and Vengeful.
I think I've actually listened to Vicious and Vengeful. I'm pretty
Okay, good
sure
to
if I
know.
know what it's about.
So I have that. Those are the two series that I'm like focusing on at the moment. I'm about, I'm almost like probably like almost 70% of the way through Secret of Secrets. So that's going well. I'm enjoying that. And then that's basically it. So what have you been reading?
Oh my God. What have I been reading? What have I been up to? Also the thing that was happening in the background is that my puppy, she does not like being in a cage for a long time. So
Mm.
I texted my mom to grab her from my room. So if you saw that, I was listening to you, Riley. It's just Tinkerbell, I love her so much, but she she has to sit in a cage and she does not like it. And she does it already fine while like I'm away at work. But recently I am currently listening to the Baby Dragon Cafe. I'm trying to finish My Name is Barbara by Barbara Streisand. I've been really into watching Only Murders in the Building, which I was watching one night and I was crocheting a blanket for my friend, which I don't have enough colors to finish the blanket, so I'm waiting to finish that. What else have I been reading? And then I got some more books too with a gift card that I want to tackle one of those or some of the books that I got last year. But my reading, it's been sporadic. It's been here and there, but I'm trying to read more. What else have I been up to? I've been working. I started back on Uber Eats, DoorDash, and those delivery services I do. Last week on Tuesday was my first audition back in New York to audition. I was not seen, but I left my headshot. And then my first in-person audition was on Saturday, and that went well. So came back to auditioning because that's what I do. I act.
Mhm.
This episode is specifically about Dungeon Crawler Carl. That took me so long. This has spoilers.
Mhm.
FYI, this has spoilers. So if you just right now, we're gonna tell you our ratings. If you don't want to hear spoilers, you can leave and watch another video. We have other videos that I believe don't spoil books if you haven't read them yet. But uh, that's it. So Riley, what did you give this book?
So I give that 4 stars for
4 stars.
Goodreads. Yeah,
I gave it a 3.75 on Storygraph, but I think I gave it a 3 stars on Goodreads. So
yeah.
what medium did you read it in?
So I had the physical book.
I did not. I read it originally I was reading on Kindle, and then I read it and listened to it because I got it off of Audible, and then I was also reading on Kindle. And I finished it way ahead of
Oh yeah, no, you
Riley, and the
did.
book
You
is
did.
446 pages or 496 pages for digital. I don't know.
Mhm.
I saw the physical copy and I was like, that's expensive, and I love a good hardback. And I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. And it was free on Kindle Unlimited, so I was like, I'll read it through there, and I had it on my Kindle, so that's why I picked it as like an option. It's not my usual read. I'm trying to diversify my reads this year, actually.
It definitely wasn't. I was kind of surprised when you picked it,
I
but I'm
I
I'm
just
happy
kept
you
hearing
did.
people talking about it. In my mind, it was like Dungeons and Dragons, and I really want to play D&D
Oh,
so badly.
yes.
I want
Yes.
to play D&D so badly. I want to start a campaign with my
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
I need to do that. Like,
If
I
you
think I would
do,
be so good in D&D. I think I would be
yeah.
a great DM because I
Mhm.
love rules.
If you do,
But
if you start one, I will 100% jump
oh my
in.
God, we
I
should
no
start
question.
one. We're that nerdy. We could do that.
Yeah, we
Oh
could
my
figure
God,
it
Riley
out.
plus my other friends who want to start a D&D campaign.
Hell yeah.
Hey Riley, can I be the dungeon master, but then can you can I have a character as well? I know that I can't. Can you play my
I
character? Can I read for my character? You roll for my character?
I guess we could figure
Oh
it
my God,
out
no.
later.
Riley, you and I learned how to be dungeon masters so we can switch off. I feel
Hell
like it would
yeah.
be good for
Hell
us.
yeah.
It was crazy. Okay, starting with the beginning. So there's this guy named Carl. He has his ex-girlfriend's cat named Princess Donut, and he steps outside to see why this cat is in a tree. And all of a sudden, his apartment building sinks into the ground, and there's this alien that announces to him that you can either go inside the maze or be stuck outside. So he decides to venture in the maze with the cat. And there are like 16 levels, and each level has a boss, and you need to slowly make it to each end, the boss battle, by a certain time. Each time it will get smaller,
Shorter and
you get
shorter.
different, it will get shorter, and you get different skill levels. You can change at a certain point when you level up to a different being if you want. And
Mhm.
his cat now talks. And so the world is run by these other life forms that decide this is what these humans are now going to do. And they've done this to multiple planets in this universe.
It's like their version of Survivor.
Yes.
Yeah. So
There's a
if
TV show.
yeah, if anyone's seen Sword Art Online or Ready Player One, it's very much in that vein. So if anyone really loves those two properties, definitely check it out.
It's a lot of vulgar language.
Oh, yeah, no,
Trigger
definitely.
warning, vulgar language, violence, gore, murder,
Yeah,
uh
there's an AI. So
AI.
there's an A well, yeah, but there's an AI who's got a weird like foot fetish thing for Carl. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's
So
like
okay,
fetish.
the
Ye-
best the best description I found this was like the way I would describe it, and I found this funny meme. It's like if Sword Art Online was written by Quentin Tarantino. Is
Oh,
this
I've
Sword
only
Art
seen one.
Online was written by Quentin Tarantino because Quentin Tarantino has a weird thing with feet for some of his movies. It's weird.
Okay, okay.
So
I've
that's
only seen
why
one of his movies, so
I've seen a couple of his stuff. It's not. So it's not like Quentin Tarantino is a bad director, but like I personally just don't like it. Like his movies, there are some good ones,
Yeah.
but that's an entirely different discussion in and of itself. But yeah, like we were saying, there's a lot of vulgar language, a lot of, violence. There's the whole foot fetish thing going on.
Yeah.
Just getting into what we enjoyed first off, like what we enjoyed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go as funny as it is. I think Donut was funny. I think. Um, I think I enjoyed Donut more than Carl, just because Donut's just funnier overall. But I I would put Donut like slightly above Carl, not a whole
Yeah.
lot, but slightly above him.
Yeah. Princess Donut was kind of the comedic relief. And you're just like, this cat. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, she's super powerful out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because you level up. I'm like, wow. Yeah, Carl. I feel like Carl had a lot of humanity that is really great to see because some of the people who we got introduced to, well, the pair that we got introduced to, was lost their humanity a bit. And then the end was like a cliffhanger. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll
Mhm.
read the second one. I'll think about it. I'm a completionist, so I probably will read it. I also like the aspects of the different beings because it reminded me of D&D so much of like we're not like humans. Um and
Oh no,
the aspect of there's a reality show host.
yeah, because the other thing I really enjoyed is it takes it's very much Hunger Games-esque. You could throw it in there, but it takes more of like the kind of the social aspect and like the betting aspect of Hunger Games. They talk about sponsors and all that, but Dungeon Crawler kind of takes it to an extreme, and we see a lot more of like the behind the scenes of how the show's being run. Whereas Hunger Games, we don't see that. It's like
Yeah.
strictly involved with obviously Katniss and everything that's going on. But with Dungeon Crawler, it takes kind of a wider view of like what it would take to run against something like this.
Yeah. And it also reminds me of Minecraft. You know how in
Mm,
Minecraft survival mode, when you
yeah.
get closer to the person, you hear them?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
they mentioned that's an aspect in the game. I think it was good. It's completely different than I expected. It definitely is like the level thing. It's really interesting. It just reminds me of like a labyrinth, except you can escape. It was interesting that they had a person who was like humanoid who puts on this whole disguise. Like she was cool and was kind of rooting for them. I liked her to an extent. I'm like, I don't fully trust you, but I do love you. And I love their like their keeper.
Oh yeah, Mordecai.
Yeah, I thought he was great. He was funny. He's my number one. I love the lady with the shopping cart
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
who can't seem to die. Like, good for her. Good
Yeah.
queen. Things I didn't like. It's just like I didn't expect how vulgar it was. And
Yeah.
like
No, that's
the
that's the
woman
one
who
thing.
was a hoarder, I didn't like that. Also don't like foot fetish stuff. I don't like feet, period. I don't
Mhm.
like my feet. I don't like your feet. I don't like anyone's feet. Like I'm constantly wearing socks because I have cute socks and I don't like feet.
It's definitely going to turn people
Yeah.
off that are
It
like,
reminds me of Dan Schneider of like his weird feet thing.
yes, yeah, no,
I'm like, why?
that's a whole, yeah. No, there definitely is an aspect of if you're uncomfortable with like that sort of thing,
Yeah.
I would recommend like avoiding this. Also, I want to talk about, remember that the show they go on kind of toward the end, where it's like
Yeah.
the bore kind of Joe Rogan dude bro
Yes.
podcast at the end. Like,
Yeah, I'd be like, these are the two people where you killed their daughter.
yeah,
No, they killed their daughter.
yeah, and like,
And she's
I
like, it's your fault. I'm like, how is it his
okay,
fault that you killed your daughter?
no, I get the social commentary idea of having
Yeah,
that, but it's like it was it. I could definitely see how that would be like a turnoff for a lot of people. Like reading this, if you're not,
I love social commentary.
yeah, no, I do too, but I can definitely see where this would sort of cross the line for a lot of people that are sensitive or don't necessarily love anything like that. Overall, I enjoyed a lot of the more gamer aspects because as someone who's played a lot of like RPG and video games and stuff, I enjoyed parts of this book, but I do definitely agree with you. You got to be careful going into this. This would be a book where you would definitely want to research
Yeah.
trigger warnings ahead of time and like kind of go through, just carefully go through and kind of figure out if this is would be something you would want to, read or not.
I completely agree. And that's why I gave it a 3.75 as just like a middle ground. So if I do read the next book,
And also, if you're gonna read the second book, it helps that you've read the first, that you know kind of what you're expecting.
yeah, what the style is. That's really all I have to say. Do you have anything else to say?
I mean, not particularly.
I think it was such a thick book.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. It's one of those books where I think you could sell this to someone who doesn't necessarily read a whole lot.
Definitely. Who's
Yeah.
like more of a gamer? Yeah.
Yes. No, you could
I
definitely
definitely
sell
agree.
this. It definitely has a very particular audience. I'm gonna say
Definitely.
that. So if you have someone who is very into gaming, but maybe isn't necessarily as into reading,
Yeah.
you could definitely give this to them, and I think they may enjoy it.
No, I definitely agree.
But again, like we said, just be mindful of a lot of that, a lot of what we talked about going in.
Yeah. I feel like any book you're unsure of and you think it has more serious topics, look the trigger warnings. Also, I think trigger warnings are fantastic as a performer, as a person who has her own thing. Like, though I do read through things that might be more triggering for me, but that's because I am very good at separating myself and I can reflect on it. Um, So look into it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying I can't read this book because it's triggering.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. If
That's
you're,
why Riley's like, "Hey, don't forget these," because I write them down and then Riley's like, "Don't forget we find this important." I'm like, "You're so right, brother. You're so right, friend."
yeah,
Because if you don't know, Riley is my little brother. Not really, but kind of. Just making sure Riley knows how much I love him and that he's my little brother.
mhm.
Though he's not met my puppy yet. So Riley, getting into our current, our December, not our current pick. Our current pick, what is it, Riley? You picked it.
So the one for January is going to be Project Hail Mary. So I specifically picked this because the book is or the movie is coming out in, I believe it's March
Okay.
20th, I think it. So I want to definitely do well, we'll decide this later. We'll either do this as part of the book review or we'll do a separate video talking about the movie. I don't know, whatever we
Okay.
want to end up doing. But that's the book for February.
And next episode, we're talking about our goals of
Uh,
2026.
if you guys want to check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Goodreads, Storygraph, I'm on Fable as well as Tome. I'll link all that down in the
I don't know what that
comments.
is. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Take care
And
of
you guys
yourself.
have been listening to the Invested Introvert podcast.
Bye.
See ya.